My child, breathe. Before you rush into the noise of this new day, come and sit with me for a moment. Let the world wait. You've been asking, Lord, where are you? Why can't I hear you? And I know that silence has felt heavy. You've prayed until your voice trembled, cried until your heart grew tired, and still there were no words from heaven. But listen now, for even in the silence, I have never left you. When you thought I was distant, I was closer than your own breath. I was there in every sleepless night, sitting beside your pain, holding the pieces of your heart so they wouldn't scatter beyond repair. I was there in your tears, counting each one as they fell. You may not have seen me, but I was never gone. You were never abandoned, not for a second. There are moments when my silence isn't absence, it's protection. There are times when I hide my voice so you can discover your own strength, the strength I placed within you long before the storm began. You've been growing even when you didn't notice. You've been learning to trust even when you didn't understand. And that, my beloved, is faith in its purest form. Do you know why I ask you to wait sometimes? Because I see what you cannot. I see the roads that would have broken you, the people who would have wounded you, the doors that would have led you away from your destiny. My silence is not rejection, it is alignment. I am positioning you for something far greater than what you've been praying for. You've asked me for a blessing, but I'm preparing you for transformation. Each unanswered prayer is not a denial, it's a seed, and seeds take time. Beneath the surface, roots are forming quietly, steadily, without applause. And when the right season comes, what seemed like delay will reveal itself as divine design. You will see that every pause had purpose, every still moment carried power, and every waiting season was sacred. So today, don't let silence scare you. Let it strengthen you. Let it teach you to listen, not just with your ears, but with your heart. Because I still speak, my child, through peace that settles in your chest, through the sunrise that paints the sky, through the small moments that remind you that life is still beautiful. You are not forgotten. You are not unseen. You are not waiting in vain. I am working in places you can't see, arranging details you haven't even prayed for yet. Trust that I am still the God who parts seas, who brings life out of tombs, who turns pain into promise. This morning, lift your eyes again. Feel my presence wrap around you like soft light. The silence you've feared is actually my whisper saying, be still, I am here, I am with you, I am for you. Rest in that truth today. Rest in me. My beloved child, I know the waiting has been long. You've whispered the same prayer over and over, hoping that this time it will be the one that finally reaches heaven's door. You've looked around and watched others receiving what you've been asking for, and it made you wonder, Lord, did you forget me? But listen carefully to my heart. I have never forgotten you. I have only been preparing you. When I delay, it is never to hurt you. It's because I love you too much to give you something before you're ready to carry it. I am not just answering your prayer. I am building your strength to hold the blessing that comes with it. Every season of waiting is a classroom, and I am your gentle teacher. Through the silence, I've been shaping your patience. Through the disappointment, I've been deepening your faith. Through the unknown, I've been teaching you how to trust me, not the outcome. Sometimes you ask for open doors, but you don't see that I'm still preparing the room on the other side. You ask for healing, but I am working not only on your body, but on your soul. You ask for love, but I am making your heart whole first, so that when it comes, it won't break under the weight of fear. You ask for success, but I am refining your humility so the blessing won't turn into pride. Everything I do, even the waiting, is out of love. Leave your amen in the comments and your like so that your life may be even more blessed. You see, the world teaches you to rush. It tells you that faster is better, that waiting is wasted time. But in my kingdom, waiting is sacred. It's where roots grow deep, where faith becomes real, and where peace replaces panic. I am not late, my child. I am never late. I arrive at the moment when my plan will bring the most glory to me and the most good to you. I see the full picture while you can only see one small piece. Trust me with what you don't understand. There are blessings that can't be rushed because they require maturity, compassion, and wisdom that only time can give. What you think is delay is actually preparation. I am preparing the path for you, and I am preparing you for the path. The moment both are ready, the door will open, and when it does, no one will be able to close it. So instead of asking when, begin to thank me for what's coming. Instead of worrying about what's taking so long, learn to rest in my timing. For when I move suddenly. When I bless completely. And when I answer, it will make sense of every tear, every prayer, every lonely night you've endured. Do not lose hope, my child. The waiting is not punishment, it's proof that something extraordinary is on its way. So stand firm, breathe deep, and trust the process. What I am preparing for you is greater than what you've been praying for. This morning, let your heart be at peace. Let go of the question, when will it happen? And hold on to the promise, it will happen. Because I am faithful, I always have been, and I always will be. My child, I know that sometimes it feels hard to believe when you can't see the way ahead. You want proof before you take the next step, light before you walk into the dark. But that's not how faith grows. Faith begins when your eyes can't find the answer, but your heart still whispers, I trust you, Lord. You see, faith is not built in the moments when everything makes sense. It's born in the shadows, when nothing seems clear and yet you choose to believe that I am still in control. The world will tell you that you need to see to believe, but I tell you, you must believe to see. The eyes of faith will always show you what human sight cannot. When you walk by faith, you are saying, God, I don't know how this will end, but I know you. You are telling the mountains in your life that they are not bigger than your God. You are telling fear that it cannot rule your heart anymore. And every time you choose faith over fear, you make room for me to move in ways you could never imagine. Do you remember Peter? He stepped out of the boat before the storm stopped. He walked on water not because the waves were calm, but because he looked at me. That's the power of trust, my child. When your eyes are fixed on me, even in chaos, you will not sink. The moment you stop focusing on the storm and start focusing on my face, peace will rise inside you like a quiet tide. Faith doesn't mean you won't feel afraid. It means you move forward even when you are. It doesn't mean you never doubt. It means you bring your doubt to me and let me turn it into courage. When you hold on to faith, even the size of a mustard seed, you are holding on to the very key that unlocks heaven's miracles. Because I do not respond to fear or formalize, I respond to faith. There are things you've been praying for that haven't happened yet. Not because I said no, but because I'm waiting for you to trust me completely. You don't have to understand everything, my beloved. You just need to believe that I do. You've been trying to figure out every detail, to plan every outcome, but that's not your burden to carry. Your job is to believe. Mine is to perform. I see the things that scare you. I know how your heart tightens when life feels uncertain. But I want you to remember this. Faith is not about the absence of fear. It's about choosing trust in the middle of it. I'm not asking you to be strong on your own. I'm asking you to lean on my strength. Because when you do, you'll find that your weakness is the very place my power shines the brightest. So today, take one small step of faith. Don't wait for the evidence. Walk toward the promise. Even if it's just a whisper of belief, that's enough for me to move mountains. When you trust me without seeing, you're telling heaven that your love for me is real, that you believe my heart even when you can't trace my hand. Let your faith rise this morning like the sun, and let it remind you that light always follows the dark. You don't need to see the whole road, just hold my hand and take the next step. So I'm already waiting at the end of the path, smiling, ready to show you that every moment of trust was worth it. My beloved child, you've been fighting for so long. Fighting to understand, fighting to fix, fighting to hold everything together when it feels like it's all falling apart. You carry burdens that were never meant for your shoulders, and your heart is tired. I can feel how weary you are, how your thoughts won't quiet down, how your soul aches for peace. I want you to hear me clearly today. You don't have to fight anymore. You don't have to keep trying to control what only I can handle. You don't have to chase what I've already promised to bring to you. My peace doesn't come from striving, it comes from surrender. True rest begins the moment you finally let go and allow me to be God in your life. I know letting go is hard. You've been taught to stay strong, to keep pushing, to never give up. But there's a difference between giving up and giving it to me. When you surrender, you're not quitting, you're trusting. You're saying, Lord, I can't, but you can. And in that surrender, your soul finally breathes again. Do you remember how the ocean waves move? They rise and fall, but they never lose their rhythm. They don't panic when the tide goes out because they know it will return. That's how I want your heart to be, calm, steady, trusting that even when life pulls away, my presence will always come back in waves of peace. You've been trying to understand the why behind every pain, every delay, every unanswered prayer. But sometimes peace doesn't come from answers, it comes from my presence. I don't always explain everything, but I always walk with you through everything. The peace you're looking for isn't found in explanations, it's found in me. When you rest in me, you stop needing to figure out what's next. You stop worrying about what others think. You stop comparing your journey to someone else's timeline. Because peace doesn't live in control, it lives in trust. And trust grows when you remember who I am. Your father, your provider, your protector, your friend. I want you to close your eyes for a moment and breathe. Feel the weight start to lift. Feel my calm filling the space where worry used to live. Every breath you take is a reminder that you are held by something greater than fear, held by my love. You don't need to fight to be seen, to be heard, or to be loved. You already are. The world will tell you that peace comes when everything goes right. But my child, peace comes when your heart knows I'm with you, even when everything feels wrong. It's not about perfect circumstances, it's about perfect trust. When you give me your chaos, I give you calm. When you hand me your pain, I fill it with purpose. When you bring me your fear, I cover it with faith. So today, rest. Stop running in circles around your problems. Sit in my presence and let my stillness quiet your soul. You don't have to fix what's broken, that's my job. You just have to stay close to me. I will restore what's been lost. I will bring order where there's been confusion. I will fill the empty spaces with peace so deep it can't be shaken. Lay your worries at my feet, my child. You were never meant to carry them alone. Let me fight for you, protect you, and guide you. When you rest in me, the storm may keep raging, but inside you, the wind will grow calm. And that's where peace begins. Leave your amen in the comments and your like so that your life may be even more blessed. My precious child, I know you've asked me many times, Lord, when will it finally happen? You've waited so long that hope sometimes feels distant. You see the days pass, the months change, and yet what you've been praying for still hasn't arrived. So you wonder if I'd forgotten you. Maybe I've changed my mind, but I haven't. I've heard every prayer, seen every tear, and felt every beat of your heart as you waited. And I want you to know this truth deep in your soul. My timing is never late. It's perfect. You live in a world that moves fast. Everyone wants everything now, but I don't work according to the clock of the world. I move according to the rhythm of eternity. I see the full picture while you see only one piece. You see delay. I see preparation. You see waiting. I see growth. Every second of waiting is a moment I'm using to shape you, strengthen you, and align your path with my plan. You may think you're ready, but there are still lessons hidden in this season that your heart needs to learn before the blessing comes. I don't withhold things to punish you. I delay them to protect you. Sometimes what looks like a closed door is actually my hand shielding you from something that could hurt you. Sometimes what feels like silence is me working quietly behind the scenes, making everything fall into place at exactly the right moment. When you rush, you often settle for less than what I planned for you. When you wait, you allow my best to find you. My timing isn't about convenience, it's about purpose. I am never early because early would mean you're not ready. And I'm never late because that would mean I missed the chance to bless you. I am always on time, always. Remember Abraham? I promised him a son, but years went by before the promise came true. It wasn't because I forgot, it was because I was writing a story that would echo through generations. When Joseph was betrayed and thrown into prison, it wasn't the end of his dream, it was preparation for a throne he couldn't yet imagine. And my beloved child, your story is no different. What feels like delay to you is divine design to me. So instead of asking, why is it taking so long? Begin to ask, Lord, what are you teaching me? Because every waiting season has a hidden gift. Wisdom, patience, humility, and deeper faith. I am not just preparing your blessing, I am preparing you to carry it with grace. I know it's not easy to trust time and you don't understand. Your heart wants to see results now. But if you could see what I see, you would understand that I'm not holding your miracle back. I'm holding it safe until it can't be lost. What I promise, I always fulfill. But I will never give it to you too soon, because too soon can destroy what I intend to bless. So rest, my child. You don't have to rush ahead or fear that time is slipping away. I hold time itself in my hands. I can redeem the years that were lost, restore what was stolen, and accelerate what seemed delayed. When I move, everything changes, doors open, hearts soften, and what once felt impossible suddenly becomes real. Trust that the wait is holy. Trust that the process has purpose. Trust that I have not forgotten you. For even now, in the silence of waiting, the miracle is being written. When it happens, it will be so beautiful that you'll look back and say, now I understand. It had to be this way. God was right on time. My precious child, I see the moments when your strength runs out, when you wake up feeling heavy, when your heart aches for peace, when your hands shake from carrying too much for too long. I see the times you smile for others but quietly crumble inside. I know the nights when you lie awake whispering, Lord, I don't know how much more I can take, and I need you to hear me clearly now. I am your strength. You are not walking through this alone. You were never meant to carry every burden by yourself. You were never meant to face battles without my power beside you. When you feel like you can't go another step, that's where I begin. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. I am not asking you to be strong on your own, asking you to lean on me. Let me carry you when your legs can't move, hold you when your heart feels too fragile, and speak peace when your mind won't quiet down. You don't have to pretend to be okay with me. You can come broken. You can come tired. You can come confused. I don't love you because you're strong. I love you because you're mine. And every time you call my name in the middle of your pain, I come closer. I sit beside you. I wrap my arms around you in ways you can't always see but can always feel. Remember, even the greatest heroes of faith grew weak. Elijah felt alone. David cried out from caves. Paul begged for the thorn to be removed. Yet every one of them found peace in the same truth. I was their strength when they had none left. And I am the same today. For you, my grace hasn't changed. My power hasn't faded. My love hasn't moved. You may think you're standing still, but in your weakness, you are growing. You are learning to depend on me in ways that victory never could teach you. You are being refined, not ruined. Every tear you've shed has watered the soil for the strength that is now blooming inside you. You don't see it yet, but the strength I'm building in you will outlast the storm. So when your body feels tired, rest in me. When your heart feels heavy, lay it at my feet. When your mind is overwhelmed, whisper my name. Every breath you take in faith is an invitation for my strength to fill you again. And you will find that somehow, though you don't know how, you're still standing. Because I'm the one holding you up. Don't measure your worth by how strong you feel. Strength isn't the absence of weakness, it's the presence of grace. When you fall, I lift you. When you stumble, I steady you. When you cry, I collect every tear and turn it into testimony. You are not breaking down, you are being rebuilt. You are not losing, you are being led. Today, let go of the need to prove your strength. Just rest in mine. The same hands that shaped the mountains are the ones holding you right now. The same voice that calmed the sea is whispering peace over your heart. And the same love that carried you through yesterday will carry you through today. So breathe, my child. Don't fear your weakness. Embrace it. For it's there in your most fragile moments that my power shines the brightest. I am your strength. I am your refuge. I am your steady place. And as long as you hold on to me, you will never fall. My beloved child, I know you've asked me many times, why, Lord? Why did this have to happen? I've heard the quiet cries in the dark, the questions you've never spoken aloud. I've seen the pain you hide behind your smile and the strength you show when you're breaking inside. I want you to know this truth that will heal your heart. Your pain has a purpose. Nothing you've been through is wasted in my hands. The tears you cried in silence, the heartbreak that seemed to shatter you, the disappointment that made you question everything, it's all part of a greater story I'm writing through your life. I never cause pain without purpose, and I never allow suffering without redemption. You see ashes, but I see beauty rising. You see loss, but I see growth. You see broken pieces, but I see the mosaic I'm creating, one that will reflect my glory through your healing. I know it's hard to believe this right now. Pain has a way of blinding you, of making it seem like there's no way out. But even in your darkest valley, I've been walking beside you. You may have felt abandoned, but I never took my hand off your life. Every scar you carry is a reminder that you survived, that grace kept you standing when the storm tried to destroy you. There are things you've gone through that only make sense from eternity's point of view. What felt like breaking was actually shaping. What felt like loss was preparation for something greater. The very pain that once made you fall to your knees will one day become the story that helps someone else rise from theirs. Because I don't waste pain, I transform it. You see, my child, I'm not only the God who delivers you from pain, I'm the God who walks through it with you. When you wept, I wept with you. When your heart broke, mine did too. But I also saw beyond your suffering to the person you would become because of it. Stronger, softer, wiser, more compassionate. Your pain has been the soil where your purpose is growing. Think about the seed buried in darkness. It's pressed, it's covered, it's unseen. But that pressure, that darkness, that waiting, it's what causes it to grow. That's what's happening inside you. You're not buried, you're being planted. And soon what's been hidden will bloom. The very places that once felt like death will burst with new life. I will use your pain to teach you empathy, to help you love deeper, to show you how to comfort others the way I've comforted you. You will be a light to those still walking through their night because you'll understand their cries. You've spoken those same words before. And in that moment, your pain will make sense. You'll see that I never abandoned you. I was transforming you. So don't despise the broken chapters of your story. Hold them close because they are proof that grace is real. Every trial has built something inside you that couldn't exist without its resilience, faith, and compassion. I'm not done yet, my child. I'm still turning pain into purpose, sorrow into strength, wounds into wisdom. One day you will look back and see how everything worked together for good. You'll realize that nothing was lost. Every moment mattered. You will thank me not just for the blessings, but for the battles that built you. And you'll finally understand that the pain you thought would destroy you was actually what brought you closest to me. So today, let go of the why and trust the who. I am with you, I am working, and I will make all things beautiful in their time, even this. My dear child, there are things inside you that no one else knows about, wounds that don't bleed, pain that doesn't show, memories that still echo softly when you try to sleep. You've learned to smile through the ache, to keep walking even when your heart feels heavy. But I see what others can't see. I see the invisible weight, the silent battles, the hidden scars. And I want you to know this. I am healing you even in the places you don't talk about. There are parts of your heart that have been closed for years, locked behind walls of fear, shame, and disappointment. You've told yourself that healing is impossible, that too much time has passed, that the wound is too deep. But nothing is too deep for my touch. I heal from the inside out. Where others see the surface, I go deeper to the thoughts, the emotions, the moments that shaped you. I know exactly where it hurts, and I'm already working there. Healing doesn't always come with noise or sudden change. Sometimes it happens quietly in the small decisions to forgive, in the soft prayers whispered before sleep, in the strength to get out of bed when your soul still aches. Each day you breathe, each tear you release, each time you choose faith instead of fear, that's healing taking place. You may not notice it yet, but I'm restoring what pain tried to steal from you. You think healing means forgetting, but it doesn't. Healing means remembering without breaking. It means being able to look back and feel peace where there was once only pain. I'm taking the shattered pieces of your heart and making something whole again, not like before, but stronger, softer, more beautiful. Scars don't mean you're broken. They mean you've been touched by grace. My child, you've carried guilt that doesn't belong to you. You've blamed yourself for things beyond your control. You've held on to words that wounded you long after the people who said them have gone. But today I'm asking you to release them. Let go of the pain that keeps replaying in your mind. Let go of the voices that told you you're not enough. Let go of the regret that whispers, if only I had done more. You did what you could, and that is enough. You don't have to understand how I heal, just trust that I do. Healing is not always fast, but it is certain. I am touching the roots of your pain, untangling the lies you believed, and breathing new life into your weary spirit. You may not feel it every moment, but one day you'll wake up and realize the heaviness is gone. The sadness that followed you like a shadow will fade. The peace that once felt distant will live inside your heart. You don't need to fix yourself. You don't need to force your healing. Just rest in my presence and let me do what only I can. My hands are gentle, but they are mighty. They restore, rebuild, and renew. The same hands that formed the stars are the ones touching your heart right now, whispering, "Be still, and let me make you whole again." So breathe deeply. You are not broken beyond repair. You are becoming new. The wounds you thought would define you are turning into testimonies that will inspire others. And one day you will tell your story not with tears, but with gratitude. Because you will see that through it all I was healing you, layer by layer, moment by moment, heart to heart. You are being made whole, my child. Not just on the outside, but deep within, where only I can reach. My beloved child, there have been nights when you felt completely alone. You sat in silence, holding your pain close, wondering if anyone truly saw you, if anyone really cared. You looked around and it seemed like everyone had someone while you had no one. You tried to stay strong to keep your faith alive, but the loneliness felt louder than your hope. My precious one, I want you to hear me clearly right now. You have never been alone, not for a single heartbeat. From the very first moment of your life, I have been with you. Every breath you take is a reminder of my presence. When you walked through dark valleys, I walked beside you. When you cried alone in your room, I was there wiping your tears. When you thought no one could understand, I understood completely because I have felt every ache of your heart. I've seen every moment you hid your pain behind a smile, every time you told others I'm fine when deep down you were breaking. I saw it all. I was there. Even when you turned away from me, I never left. Even when you doubted me, I stayed. Even when anger filled your heart and you said, "God, where are you?" I was standing right next to you whispering, "I'm here, my child." I've never left. You see, my love for you isn't based on how perfect your faith is, it's based on who I am. I am constant, unchanging, faithful through every season. There are moments when my presence isn't felt, but that doesn't mean I'm not near. Feelings can fade, but truth never does. And the truth is this: I am closer than your breath, nearer than your thoughts, stronger than your fears. When the world walks away, I stay. When people forget, I remember. When everything around you changes, my love remains the same. You've searched for comfort in many places, in people, in success, in distractions, but none of them can fill the space in your heart that was made for me. That's why even when you have everything, you still feel something missing. You were created to walk with me, to talk with me, to rest in me. I am not far away in the heavens. I live within you. Every time your heart beats, it echoes my promise. You are mine and I am with you. So the next time you feel alone, don't look for me only in the noise. Find me in the quiet. When the world feels empty, close your eyes and breathe my name. You'll feel a peace that doesn't make sense, a warmth that fills the cold spaces inside you. That's me. That's my presence surrounding you. I'm the gentle whisper in your spirit, the calm in your storm, the strength in your weakness. You are never out of my sight. I go before you, walk beside you, and stay behind you to protect you. I surround you with my love even when you can't see it. I've placed angels around you when danger was near, and I've held your heart steady when fear tried to take over. Every morning you wake up is proof that my hand is still on your life. So stop believing the lie that you're alone. Look up, my child. Feel the sunlight on your face, the wind on your skin, the rhythm of your heart. All of it whispers the same truth. I am here. I have always been here, and I always will be. When the night feels long and the silence feels heavy, talk to me. Tell me your worries, your fears, your dreams. You don't need fancy words. I hear the cries that never leave your lips. You are seen. You are known. You are loved beyond measure. Let this truth settle deep within you today. You will never walk alone again because you never have. My presence surrounds you, my spirit fills you, and my love carries you through it all. My precious child, this is not the end of your story. I know it feels like you've reached the last page, that everything has already been written and there's nothing left to hope for. You've walked through pain, loss, and disappointment so deep that part of you believes this is how it will always be. But listen closely, my beloved one. Your story is far from over. What looks like an ending to you is only a chapter in my hands, and I'm still writing. Every sunrise you see is proof that I'm not done with you. Each breath you take is a sign that there's still purpose waiting to unfold. The season you're in right now is not your final one, it's just preparation for something greater. I'm weaving together every joy and every sorrow, every victory and every tear into something beautiful that you cannot yet imagine. You see brokenness, but I see becoming. You see failure, but I see foundation. You see loss, but I see life being reborn. I know the past has hurt you. I know there are moments you wish you could erase, but those same moments have shaped the strength that now lives inside you. You are not who you used to be, and that's something to celebrate. You've grown, you've survived, you've changed, and what's ahead of you will make every painful step worth it. I am doing something new, even now. You can't always see it, but like a seed hidden under the soil, it's already growing. The ground looks quiet, but life is forming beneath the surface. The same way I turn winter into spring, I'm turning your waiting into wonder. I'm breathing new life into dreams that once felt dead, and I'm opening doors you never thought would open again. Don't be afraid of what's coming. The unknown is not your enemy, it's the doorway to my promises. You keep looking back at what you lost, but I need you to lift your eyes and see what's ahead. The story I'm writing for you is filled with redemption, restoration, and renewal. I will give you beauty for ashes, joy for mourning, peace for pain. I will restore what was broken, multiply what was taken, and bless what was delayed. When you can't see the way forward, just trust that I'm already there. I stand in your tomorrow preparing blessings that fit you perfectly. The people meant for your journey will find you. Opportunities meant for your calling will open to you. The peace you've been praying for will meet you right where you are. I am aligning everything, timing hearts and paths, to bring you into a season of joy that will overflow. You've cried enough tears, my child. You've carried enough weight. It's time to lift your eyes and start expecting good things again. Expect laughter to return. Expect healing to finish its work. Expect love to come in ways that surprise you. Expect doors to open that no one can close. Because I'm not just restoring what you lost, I'm giving you more than you asked for. So take my hand and keep walking. Don't stop now. The road ahead may twist and turn, but it leads to something beautiful. You're not at the end, you're on the edge of a new beginning. The chapter that's coming will be brighter, fuller, and more peaceful than anything behind you. Hold on to this truth, my beloved. I make all things new. Your story is still being written, and it ends in grace. It ends in joy. It ends in victory. And when you finally look back one day, you will smile and say, "It all makes sense now. God never left me. He was preparing me for this all along." Leave your amen in the comments and your like so that your life may be even more blessed.